Hey folks, how's it going? This is Iron Seagull here, back with more of Let's Play Dream Daddy. I head out the door, and Amanda reluctantly follows. We walk across the street to Joseph's house with the store-bought veggie plate. I am a terrible cook if it doesn't involve a grill. Guess we're not as early as we thought we were. Joseph's backyard is already packed with people, and the smell of hot dogs wafts through the air. Small children run through a sprinkler, and adults chat in small clusters. I set our veggie plate down on a table next to two other veggie plates. Huh. Hey, there's Joseph! I wave to get his attention. The moment he sees us, he jogs over, arms open wide. Aw. Welcome! I'm so glad you two are here! And you bought veggies! Oh. Let me introduce you to my family. Kids, come on over here. This is Chris, my eldest. This is Christian and Christy. They're twins. They stare creepily and say nothing. Then, of course, there's our youngest, Krish. Wait, where's Krish? Maybe Mary put him in his crib. Oh no, it's the woman from the bar the other night. What is she doing here? Oh, and how could I forget my lovely wife, Mary? Joseph pecks her on the cheek. She smiles. Ah, Mary, sweetheart, did you put Krish to bed? I'll have to go look for him. What? You'll have to... Joseph takes a moment and regains his composure. Mary, this is our new neighbor, Lance, and his daughter, Amanda. I'd shake your hand, but I have a glass of wine that I need to tend to. I love her. Nice, excuse me. Nice to, meet you, Mary, for the first time. Charmed. Well, I have to go over there now. Mary leaves. Oh god, this is so awkward. I wonder if Joseph knows. I wonder if Mary knows that Joseph knows. I wonder if Joseph knows that Mary knows that I know. It takes all my energy not to run away from the barbecue and start fresh in a new city. Ha 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 ha, my wife has a wonderful sense of humor, but please, you two enjoy the barbecue. All the guys are really excited to meet you. Well, my throat is all of a sudden like, not clear for some reason. I'm not sick, don't worry, but... Anyways, Amanda and I mill around and try some of the food spread out on the table. I pick at some deviled eggs. Amanda grabs a small paper plate and immediately begins piling it with baked goods. Oh, whoops, I hit shift instead of enter. I don't want to have to make friends. Come on, Dad, who are you gonna party with when I go off to school? I don't want to have to do pleasantries. Dad! They're gonna talk about weather. Hey, I love talking about the weather. Seasons for The Sims 4? Yeah. Go, do it. Make a friend. But how could I possibly abandon my only child at a social function? That's bad parenting. This is not good for the parenting skill of parenthood. This plate of cookies is my new dad. Bye. Amanda shoves me to the center of the yard. Well, here goes nothing. I look around the party and I'm surprised to see some familiar faces. Isn't that the barista from the Coffee Spoon? Yes, there's Matt. Oh dang, Robert's here. Did that guy throw a frisbee at my head? Hey, there's Damien. Isn't that the guy who was throwing a fit in Dead Gotham Beyond? Yeah, that's right. We all happen to live in the same cul-de-sac. Isn't that Amanda's teacher? Hey, I know, Craig. Oh, wait a second. All these people live in our cul-de-sac. That can't be right. I'd better investigate. Oh... this is hard. Who do I choose? I want Matt. Oh, why can't Matt and Damien be in the same toys? This is, this is so hard. This is like the hardest decision ever. You know what? Since we haven't seen much of Damien yet, we're gonna go with Joseph and Damien. I spot Joseph chatting with the guy from Dead Gotham Beyond by the grill. I wonder what they're talking about. I walk over to them. So, I'm curious, can you walk me through why you had your house painted black? Where do I even start? The house stays warmer in the winter. It provides an artistic contrast to the rest of the neighborhood, and it complements the crimson interior perfectly.
Oh.
It's definitely an interesting choice.
Oh.
Thank you, I'm very proud of my abode.
Oh.
Lance, I was just having a conversation with Damien here about his aesthetic design decisions. Damien regards me up and down with a warm but critical eye. How do you do? I don't believe I've had the pleasure. I think I saw you in Dead Gotham Beyond the other day. Damien's face turns bright red. I must apologize for my behavior on that day. You see, I take the goth lifestyle very seriously, and to be caught in a ruse by such a corporation as Dead Gotham Beyond was profoundly frustrating indeed. I hope you know that while my anger may have been justified, it was no such a way for a gentleman to act. It's okay, man. Do tell me about yourself. Are you new to the area? Yes, my daughter and I just moved in the other day. She was the one I took to Dead Gotham Beyond. You know what? I almost want to change my mind and go with Damien just so I can do his voice. I really enjoy doing his voice. Very good taste on her part. Did she partake in the goth lifestyle? I think for a second. I look over to Amanda, who's hanging out with some of the older kids in the neighborhood.
Oh my.
Hey, Amanda! Would you consider yourself goth? Whoops, I accidentally did a mixture of the two voices, but oh well. Amanda yells back, I wouldn't necessarily try to fall under any one specific label, but I guess if I had to choose, I would more describe myself as twee hipster with some normcore leanings. Yeah, I was just trying to lean away from the mic a little bit so I wouldn't, like, blow your eardrums out. Sorry if I did anyways. Bats are cool, though! No, that's true. I agree with her about that. Ah, pity. Are you enjoying the party so far? Oh, definitely. Thanks so much for putting this on. It's nice to be in a cul-de-sac where everyone is so friendly and welcoming. Amanda walks up to the conversation. I also like The Lost Boys a lot. Really good movie. Does that count as goth?
Oh.
That I would, my dear. I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Damien Bloodmark, at your service. Damien finishes the sentence with a flourish and a bow, producing a single rose and offering it to Amanda. Wow, he's a real charmer. Just like your typical vampire. Amanda blushes and returns the gesture with a curtsy. My, do you know how to treat a lady? Hello, Amanda. Seemingly out of nowhere, Joseph's twin kids appear. Are they speaking in unison? Hey, would you come play with us? Man, if I had like a built-in like echo modulator of sorts, I would activate that right now just for these two. Come play with us forever. Guys, enough with the creepy twin shtick. We've talked about this. Christian and Christy slowly back away. Where do you think they got that from? Mary pops into the conversation, wine in hand. I don't know. Mary takes a long sip of the wine.
Oh my god.
I think I might have taped over a VeggieTales VHS with The Shining. Who knows? Or the or The Shining. Do you want to get sued? Oh yes, be my Simpsons references. This is a good Let's Play to do that, I suppose. Homer being a dad and all. Shakes another sip of her wine. Where's Krish? Wasn't he with you? You had him a moment ago. He's probably stuffing dirt in his mouth. He'll be alright. Toddlers are pretty resilient. Mary tips her glass to me. Ain't my first time to the rodeo. It's my fourth.
Come on.
I've squeezed 4 little... Sweetheart, would you do me a favor and please find Krish? That would be great.
Oh my god.
I'm sure he's fine. Mary. Okay, jeez. Mary finishes her wine and wanders off. Dad, can we go now? Ah, Lucienne, have I introduced you to Lance yet? Hey, it's that punk from Amanda's school. Yeah, I figured as much. I remember you. Whatever. That's no way for a young man to speak to his elders. Be polite. Lucienne bows. Whatever, sir. Lucienne bows again. Oh, excuse me. Mr. Christiansen, may I have a veggie burger, sir? Coming right up, bud. Are you vegetarian? Yep. Make that 2 veggie burgers. Did you know that some people in the Victorian era were vegetarians? They described carnivorous type people as bloodlappers. Dad. That's really interesting, Damien. Joseph turns to the grill. Just a hint of a tattoo peeks out from underneath his sleeve. I can't believe I didn't notice it before. It looks like the bottom of an anchor. It's interesting seeing Joseph and Damien converse. Like, I didn't think those two would, like, be friends. Whoa, is that a tattoo?
Nice.
Yup, I wasn't always a youth pastor, you know. That's so cool. Wanna see mine?
Oh my.
What? Lucienne pulls back some rubber bracelets, revealing a lopsided 666 in black ink. And my buddy gave me a stick and poke tattoo last week. I think it's healing up pretty good. Lucienne! We'll talk about this later. That's pretty cool. What's the significance of the tattoo? I don't know. I just thought it looked sick. Well, in my opinion, the only reason you need to get a tattoo is because you want one. Careful though, that number carries weight. Man, Joseph is a way cooler youth pastor than I thought. I just figured youth pastors popped out of the womb with a Bible. I wonder what he did before preaching. Oh, we got more things that we could do here. I'm guessing Burger Time will just end this whole situation, so let's talk to Matt, Hugo, and Craig. Well, lots of hymns at the same time. Matt and Hugo seem to be embroiled in an intense discussion. Craig looks on, smiling politely. I walk over to say hello. This is actually a really fun episode to do, just because I'm getting to do so many voices just in one video, so it's cool. Well, I don't think it's fair to try and compare 2 art movements like that. Periods in art only exist because they are a unique byproduct of the social and political climate of a time and place, and to try to take something like, say, the Rococo period and compare it to most modernism in America, you're completely disregarding the context in which a work of art is created. Matt and Hugo seem to be so busy talking that they don't notice me. Craig leans in. Dude, I have no idea what's happening. Let's listen on Matt and Hugo. I'm kind of intrigued. That kind of comparison just eliminates the reason art movements are so important in the first place. You're not wrong, but I think there's no harm comparing one work of art to another. You could definitely say one painting is better than another if you're evaluating technical skill from a purely formalist standpoint. If I showed you a Matisse and then something by the Dutch masters, which one would you say shows more technical prowess? I'm so lost right now. I shoot a worried glance over to Craig, who returns it.
I don't know.
Well, sure, you could say that the Dutch masters were technically more skilled, but I would argue that while the Dutch masters were better painters, Matisse had better paintings overall. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. Well, that's pretty subjective. Art is dead. Ooh, that third option is really savage, but I'm not going to go for that one. I'm going to go with what I would say. Well, that's pretty subjective.
Oh.
How do you mean? Well, that painting of the guy with the apple in front of his face is pretty nice. Taste rocks.
Hmm?
That's Marguerite. Right, art. Sorry. You're fine, dude. We were just discussing the importance of context when talking about artwork. Listen, all I asked was if you like Van Gogh or Picasso better. Hugo throws up his hands in frustration. But they represent two completely different art movements. How could I possibly choose between the thick, creamy impasto of post-impressionism and the abstractionist beauty of cubism? Man, that's all way above my head. Me too. It's all good, man. The cool thing about art is that we all perceive it differently. The single piece could have a totally different effect on each person that looks at it, and that's awesome. Just 1 minute about that. Hugo, please.
Hey.
Sorry. I get really fired up about art stuff. Lance, how are you liking the neighborhood? It's pretty nice. Everybody's been super friendly.
Hey, dude.
Seems like your daughter's fitting in just fine. Matt points across the yard to where Amanda, Daisy, and another young girl are playing. They're all sitting cross-legged in the grass, picking weeds and weaving them into little flower crowns. It's pretty adorable. The girl I don't recognize jogs over to us.
Hey.
What is it, sweetheart? It's a flower crown. I thought you'd look cute in it.
Hey.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Matt takes the flower crown and places it on top of his head.
Hey.
Am I cool now? The girl stares at him, thinking it over. No, but you're slightly less uncool than you were before you put it on.
Hey.
Hey, Lance. This is my daughter. Hello. I'm Carmenista. Or wait, Carmencita? Yes, Carmencita, that's her name. Amanda comes over with Daisy in tow. Dad, look, I'm making friends! Oh, that's good that her and Daisy are getting along, since Daisy's always upstaging her. But are you making friends? You better be making friends. Yeah, actually, Amanda. You remember the cool barista from the coffee shop? And my old college friend. And your teacher.
Huh?
Oh, hi, Mr. Vega. I didn't realize we were neighbors.
Oh.
Yup. You still going to get me that overdue term paper?
Oh.
Great seeing you. Amanda finger guns her way out of the conversation like a champ. She learned the finger gun moves from me. I'm very proud.
Oh.
She's definitely a charmer. Speaking of which, where did my son go?
Huh?
Hugo looks around the party. He must finally spot him, because his eyes go wide.
Sweet Manchego.
Sweet Manchego? What does that mean? Ernest Hemingway Vega, are you smoking? I guess his in-game voice actually is way different from what I'm doing, but I don't care. I want to do the British accent.
Oh.
Ernest is holding a lit cigarette. Nope! I see Ernest across the way. He casually takes a long drag of a cigarette and then flicks it into a gugger. Unbelievable! Excuse me. Hugo marched over to Ernest, and I turned my attention to Matt and Craig. Kids, right?
Oh.
Man, I do not envy Hugo. The last barbecue we had, Ernest tried to shove a sprinkler down Joseph's pants. Or sparkler, not sprinkler. It's still funny. Nearly burned down half the yard. Oh my gosh. And the barbecue we had before that, he actually burned down half the yard. And then it spread onto my lawn and burned down half my yard too.
I don't know.
Hugo walks back over to us, practically dragging Ernest behind him. Hey everybody! Sorry about that. Lance, this is my son, Ernest. Yes, Ernest. Hello. Ernest looks away, sulking, his hands shoved deep in his pockets. Hugo nudges him impatiently. Nice to meet you, Ernest. What grade are you in? Does it matter? Ernest! Okay, I'm in 8th grade. God! Are you happy now? I'm sure you are just dying to know. Yeah, good for you. Can I go now? I'm afraid of talking to tired of talking to old dudes to blame my generation for the failing economy. Ouch. Ernest! Oh yeah, because I'm totally embarrassing you! Ernest puts earbuds in and storms off to stand in the corner. Well, that was certainly something. He seems nice. Hugo puts his head in his hands and sighs. I'm so sorry. He's having a really rough time. As much as I want to be the cool dad, I have to be the authoritarian dad, and he clearly resents me for it. I mean, I think as a dad and a teacher, that's about as authoritarian as you can get. Honestly, are any of us cool dads? Is it even possible to be a cool dad? What? I'm cool as a cucumber. I see that right there. You can't say that. My kids think I'm cool. But for how long, Craig? How long do we get to be the cool dads? Whoa, this is a crisis right here. I don't know. I think we just have to accept the fact that as dads, we've become the machine we once raged against and accept their fate to unironically wear socks with sandals. Your kids may think you're cool now, but the moment they hit puberty, you're doomed. Amanda's 18 and she still thinks I'm cool. I yell across the yard to my daughter, Amanda, I'm cool, right? Amanda just laughs. She keeps laughing. I see your point. As much as we all want it, I don't think it's as important to be a cool dad as it is to be a good dad. We can't all be best friends with our kids. It just doesn't work. I mean, look at me and Ernest. Our job as parents is to make sure our kids turn out okay. Yeah, you're right, but it'd be nice to have it both ways. Hearing these guys talk about this makes me think of my relationship with Amanda. We get along so well, but there might come a time when it won't be like that. Is college when that happens? Don't let us eat up your time, Lance. Go meet some of the other people around the neighborhood. Well, I might as well do this. I don't want to, ignore them. Because this feels like, yeah, this is already a long episode, and I'm really getting into this, so I don't want to, just skip this dialogue with them. I walk over to Robert and Brian, who are chatting over drinks, determined not to be weird about what happened that night. I hope Robert feels the same. Hey, guys. Lance, how heckly are ya? Settling into the neighborhood, alright? Trying to do a bad Scottish accent for him now. I know my voice for him keeps changing, but I think I will actually try and settle on this one. Oh, you betcha. Got the living room in order, at least. That's great to hear. I've been doing some living room work as well. Finally got the 50-inch TV in there. The game looks great in high def. Oh boy. Have you met Robert yet? Yes, I believe we met briefly. Hey. Robert takes a long sip of whiskey. Robert robotically extends a hand. I shake it as he stares unblinkingly into just my eyes. Oh god, what does it mean? How's it going? It's good. Robert focuses on the whiskey he's holding. It takes a long sip. Great, look at my friends becoming friends. Us dads gotta stick together, you know? I guess I'm using my Ladford voice for Brian. Us dads, Robert has a kid? Oh, I didn't know he had kids. Robert continues to stare at me. Jesus, does this guy ever blink? Yep. Cool, that's cool. We stand in an incredibly uncomfortable silence for several moments until... We gotta get off this haunted truck! Oh no, the ghost locked the doors! Daisy and Amanda run up to us, thank God. Quick, hit the emergency escape button! But trucks don't have emergency escape buttons. Then hit the brake, I guess, and then we'll get out of the truck. The imaginary truck. Anyway, we're safe from the ghost, but how will we ever survive this Arctic tundra? Daisy, you might have to eat me. Are you prepared to do that? I'm prepared to do anything to survive. That's cold-blooded. I like that. Although I'm not sure I have the materials required to properly cook you. Wait a second. You guys, are you playing Long All Ice Road Paranormal Ghost Truckers? Yeah. Amanda and I love that show. It's the best, especially that episode where Callum hides Flint's keys and Flint retaliates by breaking an ancient cursed urn and sending the spirit after him. Yeah, it's such quality reality television. Alright, Daisy, I found us a couple of bugs. They're gonna make a great meal. Lots of protein, gonna keep us from starving out here in this harsh, icy wasteland. But there's a whole table of food right over there. Daisy, it's a game. We're playing pretend. It's what kids do. Live a little. Amanda gives Daisy a handful of gummy worms from the snack table. They eat them with mock disgust. Let's go find kindling for a fire. Okay. But not an actual fire. Because we're playing pretend? Now you're getting it. Daisy and Amanda run off. What a cute couple of kids. I turned my attention back to the conversation, but wait, where did Robert go? Wow, because I was thinking Brian was a write-off just because of, like, Daisy upstaging Amanda during that Pokemon battle, but, wow, like, if I was actually going with Brian, maybe things would turn out fine in the end. Turned my attention back to the conversation, but wait, where did Robert go? I skimmed the party, and finally find him in the find him in the corner talking to Mary. Does he not want to talk? I'm not surprised. Man, I've never seen her get along with anyone so quickly. I snapped out of my Robert-induced haze. I guess Amanda just sort of has a way with kids. That's kind of amazing. Daisy doesn't really get along with kids her age. It's nice that he's not trying to one-up me this time. Maybe we can have a regular friendship after all. Really? She just kinda keeps to herself. Her teachers say she spends every recess in the library. I think the other kids are intimidated by her intelligence. There it is. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Amanda was shy at Daisy's age too. She used to have a habit of crawling her tables and crying every time we took her to a restaurant. She bit people too. Oh, kids, right? Gotta love them. You're required to by law. Well, since they're getting along so well, maybe we should try to put together a little play date for them. Yeah, that'd be nice. Well, I don't want to take up too much of your time. Go meet some of the other fellas. And without further ado, let's work some magic. Joseph closes his eyes, takes a deep breath, and gets to work. With the greatest of ease, he sets patties on the grill, flourishing as he flips the spatula in the air. It's easily some of the best grill work I've ever seen. You guys think this is my first time in front of a grill? It's working faster now, effortlessly tossing cheese onto patties and perfectly grilling onions on the side. One after another, the dads take notice and crowd around Joseph to admire his masterful technique. You probably don't know this, Lance, but Joseph's known around here for his grillmanship. He's unbelievable.
Dude.
I've tried to get on his level, but I just can't jump. Bad dad puns, I love this. Let us keep studying. He has a rare quality about him. Mustard, we keep talking about this. Can't we just appreciate the artist? I've never seen him make a mistake.
Oh.
Okay, we need to stop. This is getting too cheesy. Oh my gosh, this is the best part of the whole game. Please stop! All of the children at the party boo the glorious display of puns in unison. Alright guys, the food's ready. Please form an orderly barbecue. Amanda groans. We all grab our food and hang out, enjoying perfectly cooked cheeseburgers. Man, it's so wild how all of us dads live in the same cul-de-sac. Kinda nice, isn't it? It feels like there's a real community here. Totally helps when you're just a single dad trying to raise a kid. We're happy to have you here, man. I think you're gonna like this neighborhood a lot.
Oh.
Plus, Amanda seems to be getting along with all the other kids. If she decides to get into the babysitting game, she'll really make a killing. Hey, why don't you add us all on Dad Book? Dad Book? That's really a thing? Okay. Dad book? Yeah, it's a great social network for dads to keep in touch with each other. We're all on it, so if you ever need to reach out to anyone, that's the simplest way to do it. Sorry, I'm just an old-fashioned dad. Social media goes over my head sometimes. Don't worry, Pops, I'll help you figure it out. The rest of the barbecue goes smoothly. We all trade stories and drink beer as our kids play on the lawn. Amanda breaks up a fight between Carmencita and those weird twins. I think they wanted her soul. Which even unlocked Welcome to the Neighborhood. Oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to mention, I did unlock an achievement in an earlier episode for sleeping with Robert on the first night. It was just like called Bad Dad. Amanda and I walk back to her place as the sun sets over the neighborhood. Pretty fun party, don't you think? I mean, I got a burger in me. I felt like I was at a networking event. I wish I could have been playing Paranormal Ice Road Truckers. Felt like I was a networking event. I'm gonna get LinkedIn notifications out of this. I just know it. You don't think it's nice that people will want to connect with you? Not when their affection jams up my inbox, metaphorically speaking. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna end off this episode here. Wow, this was easily the most enjoyable one for me yet so far. That was so cool, getting to do, like, every dad voice. And then some, too. Like, yes, this was so fun to record, but yeah, I think I'll have to wrap up this recording session here. Because, yeah, I recorded the last episode just before this one. Because, yeah, definitely need to rest my voice after doing so many. And, yeah, overall, really fun. I'm really getting into this game the more I get into it. It's awesome. I really just feel engaged with these characters. And I hope you all are too. So be sure to leave a like or a comment or even subscribe. Because lets me know that you like my channel, my videos, and it helps you keep up to date more easily with the latest content from me. I do videos on The Sims, Sonic the Hedgehog, and more. So I will talk to you all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching!